Welcome to The Explainer. Today we are tackling an absolute legend, Hyderabadi chicken biryani. We're going to break this whole thing down and turn what seems like a super complex dish into a really simple blueprint you can follow right in your own kitchen. So you might be thinking, what's the one big secret, the one magic ingredient? Well, here's the thing. There isn't just one. It's actually a series of key techniques, 4 secrets if you will, that all come together to create that incredible flavor and perfect texture. And the best part is, you can totally master these. Okay, so here's our game plan. First up, the royal blueprint. That's all our ingredients. Then we'll get into the flavor foundation, how to get perfectly cooked rice, the art of building the layers, and of course, the magic of dum cooking. And finally, we'll get to serve your masterpiece. All right, first things first, we gotta get our ingredients together. And look, I know a long list of ingredients can feel a little overwhelming, but the trick is to break it down by what each part does in the dish. And that's exactly what we're gonna do right now.
See, when you look at it like this, it's not so scary, right? It's basically just 3 groups for 3 big steps. You've got your stuff for the marination, which is all about flavor. Then the ingredients for the rice to make it super aromatic. And finally, the finishing touches for that dum stage.
All right, let's get into our first secret. And honestly, this might be the most important one of all. This is where we build that incredible, deep, rich flavor foundation. And we do it all before any heat is even involved. So here's the deal. You're not just kind of stirring this stuff together. You really want to get in there and make sure every single piece of chicken is totally coated. The curd or yogurt has acids in it, and those are going to start tenderizing the chicken right away. It's a bit of kitchen science, really. And here is the pro tip. Seriously, 2 hours is good, it's the minimum. But if you can let it marinate overnight, it's a total game changer. That extra time lets all those amazing spices work their way deep inside the chicken, not just hang out on the surface. That's how you get that next level flavor. Okay, so our flavor foundation is set. Now we've got to talk about the part that can honestly make or break a biryani, the rice. Getting that texture perfect is everything. It's the key to making sure you don't end up with a sad, soggy mess. Okay, I need you to remember one number. Just one. 70%. Got it? 70. This isn't a guess. It's not around there. It is the single most important target for your rice. Period. So what on earth does 70% cooked even mean? Well, think of it this way. If you take a grain of rice and press it between your fingers, it should break. It shouldn't be soft or mushy. It still has some bite to it. And that's because it's going to finish cooking later, in the steam from the chicken. That's how it soaks up all that amazing flavor without turning into mush. So just follow these steps, and it's like your insurance policy against mushy rice. You're boiling it with spices, so you're already adding flavor. And then draining it right away is super important. That stops the cooking dead in its tracks, right at that perfect 70% point. Okay, we've got our flavor-packed chicken, we've got our perfectly cooked rice. It's time for secret number 3, the assembly. This is like building something beautiful. The order of these layers is super important. It's all designed to create flavor and texture that will all meld together perfectly at the end. First up, layer 1 is the chicken. Just take all of that amazing marinated chicken and spread it out evenly on the bottom of a heavy pot. This is our base layer, and it's going to release all its juices and steam upwards into the rice. Next comes the rice. You want to gently spoon that 70% cooked rice right on top of the chicken. The key word here is gently. Don't pack it down. You want it to be like a light, fluffy blanket. And now for the good stuff. This is layer 3, the aromatics. We're talking chopped mint and coriander, a nice handful of those fried onions, a drizzle of ghee for that amazing richness, and of course, that beautiful saffron milk for color and fragrance. Now, if you have a deep pot, you can go ahead and repeat those layers, but the rule is always the same. You always end with a layer of rice on top, finished with those aromatics and ghee. Why? Because that top layer acts like a seal, locking everything in. All right, we are at our 4th and final secret. This is the magic step. This is what takes a pot of chicken and rice and transforms it into biryani. We're talking about dum cooking. So what is dum? It's actually a pretty cool and simple idea. You're basically creating a pressure cooker. By sealing the pot tight, you trap all the steam inside.
The chicken cooks in its own juices, and that steam, full of all those amazing flavors, gets forced up into the rice.
So this is your roadmap for the final cook. First, 5 minutes on high heat. That's just to get the steam going inside. Then you drop the heat to the absolute lowest setting you have for about 30 to 35 minutes. And this is critical. Let it rest for 10 minutes off the heat with the lid still on. Don't skip that rest. It lets all the flavors settle in. Okay, you've been patient, you've followed the steps, and now it's time for the grand reveal, the moment we've all been waiting for. You've made a masterpiece, so let's talk about how to serve it up right. Look, this is more than just a meal. It's a whole experience, and these pairings are a huge part of it. You've got mirchi ka salan, which is this tangy chili curry that cuts through the richness. Then you have a cooling onion raita to balance out the spice. And a little squeeze of lemon at the end. It just makes all the flavors pop. And hey, if you like to play with your food, this is for you. Want it spicier? Add some green chili paste. Want a different kind of flavor kick? Try a little mustard oil in the marinade. This is where you can really make it your own.
So that's it. That's the blueprint. Master the marination, nail that 70% rule for the rice, layer it with intention, and embrace the magic of dum cooking. You now have all the secrets to make a truly incredible restaurant-quality Hyderabadi biryani at home.